Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into your reading. I hope you guys are doing well. So today's reading is going to be messages from your person. What would they say to you if they had no filter and if they had no fear? So that's what we're looking into. First, I'd like to start by thanking my subscribers. You guys' continued support is everything to me. It's very meaningful. I appreciate you. You guys are blessed. I intend the absolute best for you and your well-being and your health and getting what you want and everything serving you, okay? If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please feel free to like and subscribe. It is a wonderful energy exchange. I appreciate you being here as well. I intend the best for you. Hopefully you'll stick around. You know, I'll intend better for you if you stick around. That being said, I'm kind of playing, I don't know, maybe I'm in a playful mood today. So like I said before, I'm like an S person. I'm either sweet, salty, soft-spoken, or silly, and some combination thereof. Today maybe I'm going to be a little silly, I'm not sure. We're looking into, so you've been warned. Anyway, we're looking into your person of interest, the one who's on your mind. So go ahead and think about that person. I'm going to give you guys some tea leaf cards to choose your group, okay? So give me a second here to shuffle these awkward little circular cards. I think every time I pick them up, I'm reminded of why I don't use them that much. It's like little cards. You're so awkward. Behave yourselves. Some of you could have children or need taking a child in hand, something to do with that. Maybe a grandparent talks to them that way, talks to you that way, the way I just talked to my cards, a little bit no nonsense, right? Anyway, for group one, let's get a card representing group one for everyone who should choose that group, for the right messages to come out for them regarding how their person of interest, whoever they are, regarding how that person currently feels about them, or would rather, like what they want to say, I guess. We've got the broken wishbone. Wish will not be granted, okay? So some of you could have experienced a breakup, some sort of letdown. Your person could feel like a wish is not going to be granted, or some sort of wish wasn't granted. So that's group one. For group two, what is a card for them? We've got wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. So it does seem like kind of a theme so far of there being some sort of breaking connection, breaking relationship, or in this case, outside interference. We could be talking about a friend. So you could be a friend with this person, friends with benefits. You've got claw, third-party situation. Be careful. Do not take risks. So it could be somebody that maybe you are thinking about leveling up or changing the nature of the relationship. For example, if you're friends, maybe you're wanting to take the person out of the friend zone, or you yourself being taken out of the friend zone, something along those lines. For group three, kind of interesting messages so far coming out for you guys watching. Go ahead and think about your person of interest, group three. Those of you who are normally drawn to group three, but either way, for those who are needing to, or like for anyone who's going to choose group three, what is their card? We've got grasshopper. Situations in the balance that require careful handling. So a tricky, delicate situation. Somebody could be a 7 life path, born on the 7th of the month, July as well. I'm getting that for group three, but either way, a situation in the balance that requires careful handling. So this is what I've got for you. You guys, so go ahead and pause the video if you need more time to choose, and we're going to get started with broken wishbone, group number one. All right, welcome group number one. Interesting message to start off your reading. Wish will not be granted. So I know some of you are probably triggered by that. You're a brave soul if this is the group that you chose. Otherwise, my apologies, for you feeling like your wish will not be granted, or for the potential that maybe this person isn't going to give you what you want, or they're going through something where they feel like they're not getting what they want. So I'm going to use the just standard Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck because I haven't been using this deck and I miss it. I actually miss it, This is the gold standard. This is a deck on which all the other decks are based, and it really, if we're honest, this is the most powerful deck in my opinion. So let's get it out and let's use it for group 1. We want to find out, what messages this person has for you. But we're going to draw some message cards in a moment. First and foremost, group 1. Let's pull a card for you guys. Yeah, we've got that. I'm hearing sticky, icky, 5 of Swords energy, which is a card of conflicted thinking, conflicted communication, one-upsmanship, lose-lose situation, bullying, mistreatment. So that could indicate that, at the very least, just simplify it, even if it's not that dramatic, and I hope it isn't because it's not a good energy. We can simplify it by saying that people are at odds and somebody is not winning in a situation. There's conflict here. There's change. And it's change that comes as a result of someone being a meanie head is what I'm hearing, right? With my soft-spoken voice. That probably comes across like I'm 11, but I mean, that's what I'm hearing. Somebody's got a child that's playing around them, or that's somehow affecting or related to this, because I keep getting that. But and some of you might have like a child being bullied or something. Protect your children at all costs, okay? And teach them to stand up for themselves, and that also it's okay to walk away from the fight if the only thing that's on the line is their pride, okay? Sometimes you can't win in a situation. All it's going to do is drag you down like really low and to a low depth that you cannot respect yourself for sinking to. So it's just not worth your self-respect. It's just not worth it, because it's not going to change anybody's mind. It's not going to improve the situation. That's a lesson this dude on the card needs to learn. So the dude on the card's kind of a jerk. So somebody is dealing with kind of a jerky situation. Some of you needed to hear me say that. You identify this as the person you came to the reading for, or someone in your life, and you want that validation that this person's a jerk. Yeah, this person's a jerk. If you walked away, you wanted validation that was the right thing to do, that it didn't make you weak or anything. No, it was a smart thing to do. Or you're wondering, what should you do in such a situation? Okay? Some of you needed to hear the first message that came through. But anyways, we're going to look at like what this person would say. This person wants to be removed from any just kind of low vibrational, I'm hearing pesky. I guess some of my adjectives are from the 1950s. But I'm not mad at it. I'm an old soul, multidimensional. I'm kind of tapped into everything. And that resonates. So a pesky situation, annoying situation, like, it doesn't always, 5 of Swords doesn't always have to be about, an abusive or situation where it's like, terrible. But it can just be that this, people are annoying. A situation's annoying. So this person is wanting to distance themselves from that, or they see you, especially if you're the feminine watching, most who watch are that, but either way, they see somebody here is distancing themselves, what the world energy is being on a pedestal. Like, also it could be that this person sees themselves on a pedestal or thinks that they should be, and hence they behave they behave badly. They behave badly as a result of, wanting to be in this world energy. Also, I'm hearing, some of them wanted to end things. End a conflict, right? So you'll know that's your message if you've been arguing with this person, or if it's been a mind game or mind fuck, if it's been conflicted in some way, then you'll know that that's your message, that this person is trying to remove themselves. Sometimes people are mean to sabotage something, right? Sometimes they do that to sabotage something, and in this case, they're wanting to distance themselves from negativity. It could be even just wanting to distance themselves from their own negative thoughts and their own negative ways, which I guess is kind of an improvement, but it does feel like, they're just generally wanting to distance themselves from conflict and come into some sort of stability within themselves. It feels like there's been ups and downs in the situation, or this person would say that, there's been ups and downs. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And I am feeling like somebody needs to stand up for themselves more. I do feel like that, even if this 5 of Swords is not related directly to the person you're asking about. I assume you know this person, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be here. And they see like some sort of conflict. And they see maybe that some of you out there, especially if you have strong water in your chart, if you have Capricorn, Sagittarius, whatever, the world is ruled by Saturn, right? It's karma. In this case, it's completed karma. We also got the 4 organizer signs. I call them organizer signs, and that is Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. So that could be strong in somebody's chart, especially strong air sign. Sorry guys, got to go off on that tangent because some of you, that's validation for you. Others of you, it's not important. But my point was that this person can see that you need to, like, you're sensitive, you're the type of person that needs to remember your worth. Like sometimes maybe you are too kind, too giving, too empathetic, too compassionate, and they want to see you stand up for yourself. Maybe you used to be that way and you got hurt, now you're standing up for yourself, or at the very least removing yourself from a situation. Maybe you removed yourself from them. It just depends, right? Wish will not be granted. They feel like there is this energy of, one being on a pedestal, and feeling like they can't have that, they can't achieve that, they can't get that. Okay, so it could be you, maybe you're at a distance, or they can't be on your level. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Wheel of Fortune energy, Pisces, Sagittarius, but regardless of sign. I'm also getting Gemini strongly. Ups and downs, especially if this is a romantic relationship, okay? It feels like there's some karma playing out. This might be something that you would consider like a karmic relationship, just another name for a soulmate relationship. So soulmate relationship, but karma playing out, some ups and downs. The karma is just, the reaction of past thoughts and actions, right? You can change it by changing your past thoughts and actions, by being persistent in that, not giving up and changing that, committing to changing that, changing your thoughts. But right now it's like unstable. What comes around goes around. It's like things are just kind of spinning a little bit, So I do feel like it's coming to an end, like some sort of situation is coming to an end. So if you're in a state of, you not getting what you want, you're going to change what you want, or you're going to get what you want, or get another chance or shot at that by closing this cycle of conflict, by closing this cycle, and distancing yourself from the situation. And this person, since this is about what they would say to you, they would say that to you. Like if they had no filter, right? If they had no filter, they would actually say that to you. So even if they're the ones that, maybe you don't think they would, or if you feel like, they don't necessarily have your best interests at heart with that 5 of Swords energy, or if you feel like they're distant and don't care or something, they are actually saying like, and maybe you're too good for them. Or maybe that's the change, or that's the change that's needed to accept that this needs to end, or that change is needed, basically. I made a huge mistake here. Yeah, 5 of Swords is a huge mistake, to mistreat people, to engage in, I'm hearing low life behavior. And then I'm also hearing wound people. So we're trying not to judge. We're trying to see it from a higher perspective, right? And be more in that world energy, more magnanimous, more enlightened about it. But yeah, I can't come forward right now. So maybe, you want to be with this person more often and they can't be with you as much as you want them to be, or it's an on-again, off-again relationship, or you're waiting, or something along those lines. They can't come forward, they say. Drawn to this deck that I haven't used in a while. It's a beautiful little deck. Love it. But what else would this person say? Okay, love language, quality time. Be the witness to each other's lives. So they're admitting and like acknowledging that they can't give you the quality time that maybe you want, or that they feel like the relationship calls for. Like they just can't give the time. They'd already said they can't come forward right now. Maybe they didn't give you the time, and like I said, they could have sabotaged by saying or doing something negative to you. Sabotage a relationship, creating distance, right? Subconsciously or on some level, they could feel like you're too good for them. And what they're also talking about is, you know, maybe they are watching you from a distance or something along those lines, with be the witness to each other's lives. But they're talking about quality time. So that tells me that they're kind of aware, you know, of the importance of that. I get you a couple of different messages from a couple of different decks, and then I have to take it to group 2. For group 1, what would this person say if they had no filter? What do they want group 1 to know? I am getting fire sign energy, so they could have that strong in their chart, fire sign masculine energy. They don't have to. Fire sign masculine energy is like a bold leader, visionary, somebody that tries to overcome problems. But in their shadow, they can be quite a jerk. I've got to be honest, anger issues. They're very charming and courageous otherwise. We also have King of Pentacles energy, strong earth sign energy. So I feel like this person is saying that they're growing more content, that that's the type of person that you deserve. Someone not in their shadow, but somebody that can offer contentment, somebody that's content with themselves. People who are content with themselves don't behave in a Five of Swords type of way. Happiness, solemnness with one's position in the world. So it's like elevating. Some of you, they feel like you are elevated. You are above them. I'm hearing that song from the 90s. She's so high, high above me. She's so lovely. So they are looking at you, and they're seeing like you doing well. They see you looking good, looking happy, maybe had a glow up, something along those lines. But I also feel like this person is aware that they can't come forward right now because they are in a negative energy, or they haven't completely changed, and change is necessary, like true lasting change, not Wheel of Fortune change where it just goes around in a circle. Not that kind of not that kind of change, like the song Circles by Post Malone, like not that kind of change, but actual lasting change. And that is to embody more of the contentment that comes within, that leads to a sort of happiness. And to this person, it feels like that is achieved through material success, achieving a certain level in life, and being able to be a provider. So, traditional masculine energy with that. Okay, this is what I've got for you, group 1. Thank you for tuning in. It's what your person of interest would say to you. Moving on to group 2, feel free to stick around for that if you feel guided to. If you'd like a private reading, it's $1 for 5 minutes on Keen for new customers. My link is down below. Otherwise, you can order a private video reading and just email me for that. Muchas gracias. Muchas gracias. Okay, moving on to group 2. Group 2, we have wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. Somebody's trying to put a wedge between you and your person of interest, maybe, or just you and something. Maybe your person of interest trying to come between you and something you want. Some of you, your person of interest doesn't or wouldn't approve of the occult or esoteric, mystical studies or things of that nature. Or somebody could be trying to come in between you and your intuition, you and your feminine side. For those, regardless if you're a man or a woman, we all have masculine and feminine traits. So traditionally, it's been frowned upon, especially for a masculine, to embody like the feminine energy, the yin energy of being receptive, of being passive, of being intuitive, thoughtful. Not that, whatever. That's what's coming through. So that could explain a masculine's behavior. But I do feel like, bottom line, let's see what's coming out. Some of you just want to have a happy family, what most people want, like a loving relationship, children, a home, or just a happy, loving community. But what would this person say? Okay. So we do have some individuals out here that's wanting an emotional new beginning with the person of interest. Could be somebody with strong Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio in their chart. I feel like if you aren't with someone like that, that's the kind of person that you want. Now, whether this person can be this way, for you, that's another question. I feel like some of you are wanting to take a chance on a new adventure, or have this person take a chance on a new adventure, but I'm being guided to say that this is the King of Cups. King of Cups sits on his throne. He is a compassionate, emotionally intelligent individual with a lot of love to give, though he keeps it to himself oftentimes. He's very wise, observant, and in tune with other people's emotions. Can't really hide much with this king. He's just intuitively in tune with your emotions, knows what you're not saying kind of vibe. And maybe this is like a lot of feminines want somebody that, that's kind of the running joke, right? They want somebody that they don't have to explain themselves to, or somebody that just knows, like if something's wrong, they just automatically know something's wrong, and they automatically know, what it is that's wrong, Maybe that's what you're wanting. But some of you are dealing with, I'm getting Aquarius energy, somebody like that anyway, that is more emotionally reserved or emotionally distant, or just focusing on like having fun. Aquarius is it's what I call the sister sign to Leo. Leo's about having fun, being childlike. Aquarius has those traits too. So I'm being guided to say that. It's like almost as if they're saying that's the wedge between you, what you want in the version of this person you want them to be, and who they are, or the types of people or experiences that you are aligning with or experiencing. Like there's a wedge, there's a difference between this King of Cups energy, who is, thoughtful and deep and emotionally intelligent, and a more cold, remote, distant energy, but somebody that's also quite charming, quite intelligent, but more like focused on being maybe extroverted, or just being like having a good time, or just being free, carefree, worry-free, so not as tuned in with their emotions at all. That's a wedge, okay? So if that doesn't resonate, maybe the rest of the reading will, or feel free to choose a different group. Yeah, some of you are looking for your divine masculine, or wanting to get married, settle down, like I said before, and you're anxious, worried that that's not going to happen. If you suffer from insomnia, or have some sort of disordered sleep, or if you're like finding yourself being more withdrawn, it's important that you meditate, take some time away, and kind of just, accept where the situation is right now, because from that place of acceptance, you can figure out a way to move forward towards your desire, right? Figure out a way to navigate your life in a way that serves you and gets rid of some of this worry, some of this anxiety, or some of this depression, and removes this wedge. What would this person say to the viewer if they had no fear or filter? See, there's that Leo energy, that fun, having a good time, that this person feels like you are wonderful. They feel like you're wonderful. This could be two water signs as well, but don't have to. This person feels like you are absolutely wonderful, that they have so much, fun with you. I'm hearing pleasure, so much pleasure with you, or that they could have that. Maybe they did have that, They see clarity with you, like you are the light, you are the warmth, you bring clarity to their life. This is yin energy, water energy. Yin energy is associated with cold, and then this is masculine yang energy, which is associated with heat, with warmth. So it's like you balance this person out, like you bring light and warmth into their life, right? In a way that's not overwhelming for them. So I think that's important for some reason to mention, that it's not overwhelming for them. Maybe they get overwhelmed pretty easily, but the warmth you bring doesn't overwhelm them. It just makes them feel good. That you bring joy into their life, like your wish fulfillment. They are anticipating a positive outcome here, a very positive outcome. They are feeling like you are someone they can have success with, and or you're a successful person. But they feel successful when they're with you. They feel carefree. They feel happy, like this child, riding bareback on the horse, It's like the little toddler escaped the house and just jumped on a pony, And like how, how free does that child feel right now? Now, is it precarious? Could this child easily fall off? Yes, but with the positivity of the sun, it is likely that, the child just going to be able to pull this off and have a good time and be free without any major consequences. And this person sees like you as that kind of person, like you are a star, and like kind of the world revolves around you. You're going to do what you want to do, but it's delightful to watch. You're not hurting anybody. You're fun. You're lovely. I'm hearing you're a good time. Some of you, that could mean, in certain kind of ways if you follow. But I don't think with the Sun being the most positive card in the deck, it's more than that. They also see you as an individual person. Like you could be single, but even if you're in a relationship, it's like kind of like all about you. But I'm getting that scene from Friends, and I didn't really watch that show that much, but this is a scene that pops into my mind when I'm talking about this, and that's that scene where Chandler says to Monica, that basically that it's okay that you're high maintenance because I enjoy maintaining you. It's like, you're worth it. You're a star. You're such a delight. You're kind of like the opposite from this person, or they're the opposite from what Again, they're quite different from what some of you want. They're quite different from that. They're more the Sun energy versus the King of Cups energy. Some of you looking for King of Cups. Not that they don't have King of Cups traits, but there is the side that's very fun-loving, outgoing, pleasure-seeking, successful, on track to success. Their positivity brings good luck and good things into the life, as, positivity does tend to do that, right? The more positive you are, the more grateful you are, the more things you see in your world and in your life that you can actively take the time to appreciate, the more things you get to appreciate. And it's like you're naturally that way, or they're saying like that's the energy they want, that's their wish fulfillment, that's what they're wanting. That's who, for some of you, that's who this person is. So they could be a good time Charlie. There I go again with my 1950s slang idioms. But they could be somebody that likes just to have a good old time. Like we saw that. I picked that up from the start. And maybe that's not what you're wanting. Maybe you want somebody more settled down. Also hearing older. So even if this person's older, they still have this childlike side of them that they embody frequently. Anyway, what else would this person say before I get some messages? We've got the Three of Swords. So you could be in separation from this person. I feel like this is to do with the divide. Like there could be some outside interference. For some of you, it's the fact that this person likes to be free, adventurous, carefree, getting some Aries energy here. Well, we've got air sign energy too. This person could feel like, I'm also getting three. Like three we associate with stability, but it's also about self-expression, creativity, and socializing. So I feel like this person is a very social person, okay? And I feel, again, all the things I've already described, it's being doubled down here, saying like we've got the Wedge card, and then we've got the Three of Swords, which is basically, three swords. We've got something coming between the other swords. We've got a sword in between two, like another sword. So, like, making sense, right? I know what I'm trying to say, but I'm running out of time. So this sword is in between these two swords. So there's something in between. It could be heartache, heartbreak. Somebody could be like trying not to feel their feelings, focusing on pleasure and having a good time as a way to kind of, not only run from their feelings, but heal their feelings, right? They're trying to heal some feelings here. So this person's talking about healing. Maybe they see you are healing. Maybe they're saying, that's, why, they are the way they are. If they're focused on like fun and having a good time. Maybe they're saying too that you are, whenever you guys have a good time and, enjoy each other's company and all of those wonderful things that the sun represents, that is like something that I'm hearing that they miss. So if you guys are in separation, they miss that. Others of you, it's like that heals them. That makes them feel better. Yeah, I think this opens this person's heart. Otherwise, they tend to be closed off. They tend to be fear-based, worried about losing what they've achieved, worried about loss, financial loss and otherwise. But there's a certain emotional emptiness that comes with that. So that sun energy, good times, happiness, childlike energy, And that energy is something that makes them feel better. It's kind of like the antidote to that, something that opens their heart. This person is very sensitive. They are easily wounded. For those in separation, do you miss us the way I do? Because I feel like you brought the sun into this person's life. So obviously when that's gone, I'm hearing that song, Ain't No Sunshine When She's Gone. Obviously when that's gone, somebody's going to miss that. I wish I had fought harder for us. So somebody expressing regret, remorse, wishing they had done more in this case. They're saying they wish they had fought harder. I think they were just too busy, you know, trying to protect themselves and protect whatever security they had achieved up to that point. They wanted to remain feeling secure and not insecure. If they're keeping things light, you know, that was part of the reason why. What else would this person say? You are worthy. Your worth doesn't depend on the other person. And then we've also got self-love coming out. So it could be that this person had that lesson to learn themselves. Or they saw themselves in you too, that you needed to learn that lesson. Either way, they're saying that you are worthy. Okay, and you achieve that through self-love. They could be saying you love yourself, feeling yourself more, but they're also saying love yourself first, exclamation point. So this person is like reminding you of your worth. Okay, maybe they're the reason why you lost some self-esteem, or they perceive you as not knowing your worth. It could have been due to them hurting you or the separation. Or they could, maybe you tend to be on the insecure side, okay? Maybe you tend to put other people in front of yourself, like maybe you prioritize this person, or some way, shape, or form. They're saying, just a reminder, your worth doesn't depend on them, and it doesn't depend on anyone else either. So for whatever reason, that needs to be said, and that's coming out. Okay, one final message from Group 2's person. What would they say to Group 2 if they had no filter? And I got 2 messages coming out, and I'm not taking it. As I said, I wanted just one. We've got earth sign energy here. We've got patience. Okay, learn to wait. Patience is a virtue. All things happen at the right time and place. And I was getting that and almost said it now. I wish I had, about divine timing. Okay, so things happen when they're supposed to happen, in quotation marks. Okay, so this person is basically saying that, they're being patient, or you need to be patient, asking you to be patient. Patience is needed. Patience is a virtue. Maybe some of you just want to, be like that little kid, carefree, run out the back door without your diaper on, jump on a horse, have a good time. But there's some sort of block to that happening. And in the meantime, they're asking you to know your worth and know that your worth doesn't depend on them. They're saying that they miss you and they wish they could do more, but also there's this element of divine timing, and all things happen in the right time and place. That's what I've got for you guys. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel. It's good karma. It helps to keep the channel going. And if you'd like a private reading, my contact information is in the description box down below the video. I'll talk to you guys next time. I'm moving on to Group 3. All right, welcome Group 3. So if you chose Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling, this reading is for you. So I'm going to pull some tarot cards first. Then we'll get some messages from your person, what they would say to you if they had no fear and no filter. go ahead and picture your person, the one you came to the reading for, group 3. So for everyone who chose group 3, let's get some cards. What's going on? Okay, we've got strong Capricorn energy here. And, yeah. So some of you are wanting to hear that this person is obsessed with you, okay? Maybe you feel a little obsessed, you know, over this person, and if that resonates, I'm being guided to say, step away from the pick a card readings, okay? Step away, go outside, get some fresh air, hit the gym. If you're doing that, keep doing that. Get some physical exercise, focus on self-care, okay? Because there is some sort of karmic thing going on here, whether it's a karmic relationship that's just a soulmate relationship with a lot of like heavy karma to be worked through. And I just feel like others of you simply feel like want me to say that this person, you know, is extremely attracted to you. If you guys are physical, they really are like, they love and are obsessed with that part of it. I'm in love with your body. I'm hearing that song, that lyric. So somebody, that's for you, a message for somebody. But others of you might even want to hear that this person is getting their karma for how they treated you. Okay? That others like want to hear that this person is really bonded to this, especially if you're married or if you want to marry this person, or if there's any sort of legal relationship or impact here. Wanting to hear that regardless, you guys are bonded together here, regardless of anything that happens. Okay. What would this person say if they had no filter? Hearing you're bonded in your humanness, so in an earthly egoic way. Also I'm getting earth sign energy. You could be dealing with a fire sign or somebody strong in with that strong in their chart with the King of Wands, but this does come across as quite passionate, but I feel like that has created some conflicts here, and this person is talking about the conflicts here. They are looking at the big picture. They are wanting to problem solve, but by doing that, they need to look at the big picture, okay? That being said, they are drawn to you. There is attraction here, but there's also some sort of unhealthy element, whether it's kind of like people are just not on the same page, like somebody wants to be like kind of the boss of the situation or to control the situation, and they're willing to like act out of character or lower themselves or behave in like argumentative, conflicted, negative ways or say negative things. Like there's this devil energy here for a reason, and this person is like focusing on that and focusing on, you know, the need for that to just kind of be looked at and like questioning and wondering, you know, how to fix that energy. Getting Leo, Capricorn, that could be a relationship here. This person, I feel like they, like the card said initially, you know, situations in the balance require careful handling. This person is, you know, talking about handling that, you know, carefully in the way that a King of Wands would, with maturity, with good sense, right? Thinking before he takes action, but willing to take action when the time comes. And yeah, I'm just wanting to approach it in what I'm hearing is in a boss way, basically. But you know, this person's not afraid of whatever these conflicts are. This is not the type of person to back down from a fight. If they're not engaging in any sort of mind games or fighting or anything like that, lower vibrational stuff, it's not because they can't hold their own. It's because I'm hearing like it's beneath them, basically. They are going to pick their battles wisely, and maybe they didn't always do that, but they've learned something and they're changing. They're wanting to pick their battles more wisely and kind of look at it from a higher perspective so that they can come up with better solutions going forward. And this has to do with you, right? Because this is your reading and what they're saying to you. So what else would this person say to group 3 before we pull some message cards from this person. What else would they, what else would they say, group 3? They would say that they feel a special connection with you. They would say that they have very sweet feelings towards you. If you have a past together, they recall those memories fondly, okay? You have a special place in this person's heart. And they would like to give you something, and they remember a time when they were able to give you something and kind of like make your day and make you feel better, like bring out that inner child within you again. Getting strong Leo energy. This person feels like at some time you did have a balanced relationship that was complementary, even if you guys are different, and there could be an age gap between the two of you. But it feels like maybe the one who's younger is more mature and the one who is older is less mature, or the older one, had their inner child drawn out, in a positive way in the connection. And the devil can represent, having a good time, having fun. It just warns against excess, right? Too much of a good thing is problematic. I think we can all agree upon that, right? Too much of a good thing becomes a bad thing. And it's like this person is considering that. Some of you could have 666 as one of your angel numbers, or you might want to look that up, or seeing that on the clock. Could be your life path or something too. The number 6. But this is more or less saying like this person has happy memories about you, and there's some sort of influence of children here as well. Maybe you have a child or children together. Maybe at some point they saw that happening. At some point maybe you had a sweet, and darling, I'm hearing darling, sweet darling relationship or friendship. And that's not forgotten. And they're going to protect that sweet part of them, and that part of them that feels like having a sweet relationship with a soulmate. Somebody, for them, a good relationship means that, they are soothed. They can come off their King of Wands throne and they can be comforted. They don't always have to be strong all the time. They don't always have to be in go mode. They don't always have to take the lead. They can be comforted. Their inner child can feel taken care of, and they won't allow themselves to be that way to just anyone. And they won't, their inner child won't come out to play with just anyone. They won't allow somebody to care for them or see them vulnerable. But with you, they do feel like that is something that can happen, or they're trying to figure out how to make that happen to get their needs met in that way, okay? Especially if you're in a relationship. They do feel like you're both very strong people, and that no matter what happens in this connection, that you're going to be okay. It does feel like this has to do with the past, though, so I'm not so sure what they think about the future. Maybe that'll come out in the message cards. But in the past, they did see you as somebody that they could settle down with. And for an odd few watching, for a few of you, not everybody, maybe were in a very serious relationship or married to this person, or had some other sort of really strong bond. I'm liking the camera angle today, guys. My regulars know I kind of struggle with that. I did move my camera around to try to get it to show, more of the cards in the frame, and also to have the angle be a little more straight on. So I think I did something right, to quote Fezzik from The Princess Bride. Or he says that, Inigo says that to Fezzik. You did something right. Don't worry, I won't let it go to my head. All right. Something could be a Sagittarius and a Taurus. Scorpios coming through, or other water signs too, for those that like the special extra messages. But what would this person say to the viewer if they had no filter? Group 3's person. What would they say to the viewer if they had no filter? Yeah, there's that friendship energy. So somebody could just be friends with this person, or in the past you were friends, or even if you were lovers or in a relationship, they still considered you a friend. Okay. And then maybe things got out of hand, or you guys got too close. I'm hearing icky sticky again. Too close. Or some of you, the friendship got ruined when you got intimate. But sometimes getting too close, is not good for you. Like, you can be too close to somebody for your own good. Or that's something that this person is wary of because that's something they experienced in the past. But the best friend card's coming out. Their message to you is friendship is vital to your romance. Feelings deepen and blossom. Okay? So it kind of feels like this person is trying to handle it, with kid gloves, delicately, because it could be a friendship situation. They could be doubtful of your feelings, or maybe you are a little doubtful or not sure if you want to go there. Maybe this person is someone you have put in the friend zone, or again, this could have been something they experienced in the past, so they're trying to see if that's going to happen again. But it does feel more like this person is saying, like, over time this is needing to develop, and it is kind of tricky if you're friends with someone. Like, it's essential to be friends with your person you're in a romance with, because eventually, most of the time, passion fades, and all you're left with is, your person. And if you're tied to that person, bonded to them, married to them, or whatever the case may be, you're going to need to like that person, right? You guys are going to need to be friends. At the very least, you have to be friends. And so that's what this person is talking about. They're acknowledging the friendship and the importance of that, and also that it takes time for that to deepen and blossom. If somebody rushed into something here, it did not, I feel like, for somebody, you guys rushed to get physical, or like changed the friendship more abruptly than you should have, and it had a kind of negative impact. This person is perceiving it as being a problem. Not for everybody, it's a specific message, but it is coming through for someone. What else would this person say to the viewer if they had no filter? I'll do this deck first, then another deck, and then we'll wrap it up, group 3. What else would this person say to group 3, excuse me, if they had no filter? We've got health, stability, disappearance of illness or decay. Okay. Yeah. And then freedom, try to turn over as well. And I think that goes with that double energy. So we're talking about 3 of Swords, 4 of Swords energy. It's about improvement. In this case, it's spades in this deck. But we go from like separation, heartache, negative thinking, like being on different pages, being at odds, right? Not being on the same page, to healing, reflecting upon that, and going within and taking the time to really reflect. I feel like your person is doing that. They're saying that's what they're needing to do, or that's what they're doing, but they haven't forgotten about you. And they're talking about like healing. So it can talk about physical healings, blessing to anybody going through that. But I feel like it's talking about healing this devil energy. And what that looks like is getting rid of whatever this, toxic is what I'm hearing, or unhealthy energy is with that devil energy. And the end result of that would be a healthy relationship, right? A healthy connection, healthy energy, which looks like stability, and freedom. Okay, freedom, lifting of oppression. The inner power of the individual stands unchained. Basically, yeah. Well, they're talking about not being chained to something, being together because you want to be together, being together because you're friends first, and you like each other and you want to be together, right? And instead of feeling like you have to be, or there's some sort of addiction to one another, or there's some sort of, outside factor that is making you, feel forced into, like being together. Like they don't want to be chained. Bottom line, they don't want to be chained. Bottom line, they're talking about freedom. They're talking about, health comes from stability and, being, like having the power to be an individual. So they don't want to be chained, basically. Bottom line, this person does not want to be chained. And if you guys are not chaining them, well, cool. They're just saying that they don't want to be chained in a relationship. They don't want to feel chained either. Like, even if you're not doing that, they don't want to feel that. Maybe that's something they experienced in their childhood, in their past, or a past relationship. They just want to embody that Six of Cups energy of being like, a child in a sweet relationship where you guys go out to play with one another, right? play together after school, and then when you're ready to go home, you go home. There's no hard feelings, and it's not a big deal. And like when you come together because you want to come together, and you do your thing, and then you like part ways, and it's, you know, and you know that the next day you're gonna hang out again, and it's not that serious. It's not like, you know, nobody's oppressing the other or chaining the other in any way. I don't know how to tell you the truth. That's interesting. That's always a card that begs questions, doesn't it? Okay, you are my soulmate. So that feels like friend zone energy, or alludes to the friend card, talking about, you know, you guys being at odds, not on the same page. So in this case, it could be saying that they feel like you are their soulmate, and they don't know how to tell you that. So this is especially true if you guys are friends, or if this is an ex, or you know, somebody has been friend zoned. You know, might surprise you to know this person feels like you are their soulmate, with that Six of Cups energy also being a soulmate card. For me, it's a soulmate card. It's talking about, you know, having a past together and things like that. So maybe another life together as well. Bottom line, point blank, I don't know how to tell you the truth. You are my soulmate. This is what I've got for you, Group 3. Thank you for tuning in. Please hit the like button and subscribe. It does support the channel and help to keep it going. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you'd like a private reading, my contact information is down below. There's a link to Keen. It's $1 for 5 minutes for new customers. Otherwise, you can email me for a private video reading, and I will talk to you next time. Thanks for watching.